Hi everyone. Instead of smoke, this train leaves only water behind. On July 17, 2026, the Prime Minister of India flagged off country's first homegrown indigenous hydrogen fuel cell train on the Jind-Sonipat route in Haryana. This massive train generates a huge amount of power, around 2400 kilowatts. Let us understand how this train actually runs and ask the big question, what impact will this multi-million dollar project have on our country's economy and the stock market? First, look at how this technology works because it is highly advanced and very clean engineering. The hydrogen gas is stored in the high pressure tanks right on the top of the train. When this hydrogen is mixed with the oxygen from the air inside the component called a fuel cell, a chemical reaction takes place between them. This reaction generates a large amount of electricity which then spin the electric motor fitted on the bottom of the train, making the train run fast. The most beautiful thing about this entire process is that no toxic gas or black smoke come out at all. And the exhaust pipe releases absolutely nothing except water vapor and the little bit of heat. Now, the question arises about the main motive behind bringing this train. The first and biggest objective is to completely replace diesel engine. Diesel engines are still used in a place where line down electric line is not possible. So this will reduce India's dependency on foreign countries for diesel, since the hydrogen train is a zero emission technology train. You might ask that since most of our train already run on electricity, where does this pollution come from? Well, here we need to understand a dark secret of the electricity grid. Even today, about 70% of the electricity used by Indian Railway comes from thermal power plant, where coal is burned to generate power. This means the train looks clean on the tracks, but it causes heavy pollution in the back-end grid. To understand this with an exact example, let us look at an screen graphics. Imagine you have a normal 100 or 120cc bike that you ride around 10,000 km in a year. The total carbon pollution that bike create in a whole year is equal to the what just one electric train caused by running only for 20 km using the electricity grid. This means if a train makes a single way trip of 700 km from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam, the total pollution caused to generate that electricity is actually more than the annual pollution of 35 bikes combined. Looking at this data, should we immediately remove all our diesel and electric train and replace them with the hydrogen train? The answer is absolutely not. And there are two big commercial reasons for this. The first reason is the massive past investment or sunk cost, because Indian Railway has spent thousands of crores of rupees over several decades to build a massive infrastructure of overhead electric wire all over the country, and changing all of this completely is a financially impossible. Instead, the railway is working on solution by setting up solar and wind power plant on their empty land so that train can run on 100% green electricity instead of the thermal power. The second reason is extremely high running cost, because as of today, running a train with hydrogen power technology is many more time expensive than operating a normal electric engine, even a diesel engine, making it a very expensive technology right now. Now another logical question arises, if we wanted to remove diesel and hydrogen is too expensive, why don't we just put a big batteries in train like we do in electric cars? Here, batteries shows two major flaws. The first flaw is extreme high weight. Because the battery is required to pull a massive structure like train would be a huge and heavy, that creating a big threat to safety of the tracks and making it operationally impractical. The second flaw is charging time or downtime, because a massive battery will take many hours to charge, and it is commercially railway business. Keeping train parked for hours in the yard is not profitable. This is exactly where hydrogen wins the game, because hydrogen engine behave exactly like a diesel engine, since it can be refueled in just few minutes and can cover long distance without any interruption. Now you might be thinking that if it is so expensive, why is the government working on it? The truth is that every new technology is very expensive in the beginning. Just remember the early days of mobile phones or electric vehicle batteries when their prices were sky high. But as soon as their massive production increased, demand grew, and the technology evolved, their cost came down very quickly. In the exact same way, after the successful trial of the pilot project, as India's national green hydrogen mission moved forward and large scale production began, the running cost of hydrogen will eventually become even cheaper than the diesel in the future. Let us now come to our core segment, because as an investor, you must understand the value chain of this entire ecosystem. Let's see which listed companies in the stock market are working on different parts to bring this train on the tracks. First is Cummins India, handling the fuel cell and engine core, because this company has global experience in hydrogen mobility and is playing the most important role in supply chain of designing, integrating and providing the core technology of hydrogen fuel cell system, an internal combustion engine for Indian railways. Next is R Infraprojects, working on the production and refueling station, because the train needs hydrogen gas to run. And in their entire project, their joint venture named Green Edge Electrolyzers has secured the contract to build India's first hydrogen production and refueling station at the Jind station, meaning they are preparing the fuel supply infrastructure. Then comes BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, taking care of the power electronics and motors. Because even though the train runs on hydrogen, it still needs heavy traction motor and power electronic component to control the system and run the wheels. So BHEL is managing the manufacturing of the entire electric core chain. Finally, we have Siemens India handling safety and leak detection, because hydrogen is highly flammable gas, making safety the top priority. So companies like Siemens are providing advanced leak detection sensor, fire safety layers and automatic control system inside the train. This first hydrogen train of India is just a beginning. In the coming time, it is going to open a door for a very big investment cycle in clean energy and green capex. As a smart investor, your eye should be on the fundamental of this company and government policies. What do you think about the historical technological shift? Do share your thoughts in the comment below. For more deep research based analysis of business and stocks, please like the video and do not forget to subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.